This proper here is Windows 10 being natively emulated on this Android phone. You guys won't consider me, so let me just go ahead and click on the home button and show you guys that I am now not connected to any internet connection. This is not an RDP, is really being emulated. So you might wonder, how is it possible? Right? Well, let me explain. I'll be the use of an open source free to download app recognized as Limbo, which is available on GitHub. This app is able to emulate few working systems and Windows happen to be one of them. So in present day video, I'll be showing you guys how I managed to run Windows 10 on Android. Let's begin. First of all, let me show you the archives which are necessary for making this possible. So I have two files. One is the Limbo Emulator, version 5.10, which you can simply go ahead and install it. You'll get this from the GitHub web page of Limbo Emulator. You can search it on Google. I'll link download hyperlink below. Well, you just have to install the Limbo Emulator. Second file which you'll need is the Windows 10 cow2. This is the file which Limbo acknowledges and can emulate on an Android device. But anyways, let's just go in advance and open Limbo Emulator. So you need to add the cow2 file in a folder. Just create any folder. If you have the cow2 file, all you have to do is just go beforehand and create a new machine by giving it a laptop name. So I'll be calling this machine Windows 10, and afterwards you can just go beforehand and click on confirm. So once that has been done, it will ask you to choose the user interface. Now you can keep it as default. Make positive that you have enabled the full screen option. Alright. Afterwards you'll simply go to the CPU port section, which is the important part. So architecture must be x86. And what you have to do is just select laptop type as default and CPU model as default. This will set the whole thing up. It will be way easier this way, and you just have to pick out 8 CPU cores. Now, this depends on your Android device. I have a decent device, so I can pick 4 cores. But you can choose up to whatever cores, if you have a mutant device. But anyhow, the amount of RAM which you can use is limited to 2 GB in the Limbo 5 1.0, and make sure that you also allow MTTCG. It will basically improve the performance. Well, right here comes the main part. You just have to go to the disk option, pick hard disk A, then click on open, and now we will have to select the cow2 file which is stored in a folder. But anyhow, once you have selected that, we can simply go to the removable. Now you don't need to add any elimination storage. Now here in boot you will have to select boot from challenging disk, so that it can recognize the file and emulate it. Anyways, in graphics, video driver need to be extremely standard video driver. No want to change it. Audio you can set it to ad lib. So if you desire audio output while emulation, you can select it as ad lib. Will go to network, choose it as user. This will enable network on your OS, which you are making an attempt to emulate. Select the network card as PCNet or default. You can keep it default as well, but I'd like to use PCNet, and right here in advance, just go ahead and enable excessive priority mode. We'll make sure that emulation will be at full speed. Well, as soon as you have applied all these settings, there is nothing much to do it different than just clicking on the play button and it will start the VM. You can see the Limbo Emulator brand in blue. Guys, within simply 2 seconds, you can see the Windows 10 booting animation. And here we go, guys. Now Android machine has loaded Windows 10, and again this can be run offline. So you don't want to worry about internet connection or anything like that. Let me quick forward and you can see that our Windows has successfully booted. Now many of the movements are limited, because I'm using Limbo Emulator version 5.10, so it doesn't let you allocate like 4 to 6 GB of RAMs, which you can allocate in Limbo 6.1.0, so you may face some lag issues. But again, if you have a low-end machine, it will be very hard for this to be possible. So a good device is truly required. Now let me go ahead and click on this Windows icon, and as you can see, most of the matters will be loaded, but it depends on the cow2 documents, so just keep that in mind. But in any case, you can also use Internet Explorer. You can click Return and select the keyboard option. Then your phone's keyboard will pop up. You can use this virtual keyboard to enter or kind anything anywhere like Internet Explorer, File Manager, etc. So you can additionally select the refresh rate of your system by clicking on the device logo, and you can set it all the way up to 101 refresh rate, which is also amazing. In File Manager you will see your local descend, which is a folder which you allocated. But anyways, that's how you run Windows 10 on Android. So guys, that's all for today. I hope this video helped you. So simply subscribe. Ciao.